We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Back, everybody, to Insanity Check Radio. I am Skillet Sauce. That's Ken, and it's 8 over there. It's a new year. Obviously, it's 2014, so we have a whole bunch of those social media portals and things for you to check us out at. So, you can check us out on Pinterest. You can check us out on Google+. You can check us out on Facebook. You can catch us on Twitter. You can check us out on Instagram. Those links will be
somewhere around
there. But this one I gotta say, because I need my applause. And you can also check us out now in enhanced form and all this kind of stuff with all the video stuff in there added on our YouTube channel, which is Insanity Check Radio. Yeah, I just gotta do it. But our last segment, was basically dealing about dealing with an individual who is being placed into the system because he paid too much child support and yada yada yada. And there was more that I wanted to say about that, but it was just more my own personal thing. There's a racial component there. Obviously, you could say a white female judge or whatever. Want to keep the black man down. Or it could just be a sexism thing. Obviously, you always side with the mother as opposed to the father in situations like that. It could just be one of those in-house things where black people just can't get along, and the black woman is stabbing a black man in his balls, using his kid as the knife or whatever. There's a lot of different angles, but I just said, to me, that was always a fear of mine with having children, that the child would be used against me. But there's another black man in the system. On to this one. Check this out over the weekend, too. Nearly half of black males, 40% of white males are arrested by the age of 23, a study says. A large number of American men have already been arrested by the time they're in their early 20s, according to the new report. The study published on Monday in the journal Crime and Delinquency found that nearly half, 49%, of African American men and 40% of white men have been arrested by the age of 23, which can hurt their ability to find work, go to school, and participate fully in their communities, according to the press release. The research was based on an analysis of national survey data from 1997 to 2008 of teenagers and young adults. The arrests included minor crimes like truancy as well as serious violent crimes. It excluded traffic offenses. The study also found by the age 18, 30% of black males, 26% of Hispanic males, and 22% of white males have been arrested. By the age 23, 49% of black males, 44% of Hispanic males, and 38% of white males have been arrested. While the prevalence of arrests increased for females from age 18 to 23, the variation between races was slight. At age 18, arrests were 12% for white females and 11.8% and 11.9% for Hispanic and black females, respectively. By age 23, arrest rates were 20% for white females and 18% and 16% for Hispanic and black females, respectively. So the problem is that many males, especially black males, are navigating the transition from youth to adulthood with the baggage and difficulties from contact with the criminal justice system. The study's lead author, University of South Carolina criminology professor Robert Brame, said in their release, previous studies have found that blacks are discriminated against in every phase of the criminal justice system, from arrest to prosecution and sentencing.
Lordy.
Yep. As a society, we often worry a great deal about the effects of children watching television, eating junk food, playing sports, and having access to good schools, Brame said. Experiencing formal contact with the criminal justice system could also have powerful effects on behavior and pose substantial constraints on opportunities for America's youth. So, there's a few things here that I found out. First of all, it's no big surprise to me that, as far as in the men, that the blacks are the number one as far as in what, and I don't give a damn what age demographic it is. The black males are the number one. That doesn't surprise me because, we said it on the show before, they soaked us up on the corner of our own fucking block. We're about to turn on to we did turn on to the block.
Oh, yeah, we bent the corner.
We bent the corner on where we live, and we got soaked up. Put over the car, patted down, all sorts of fucking stop and frisk madness. But also I found that it's interesting that, obviously the white women ain't bullshit. White bitches don't, they're crazy. It's funny. It's the white women are first, and the black women are, as far as in the, I guess the criminal offenses, the white women just don't bullshit. But we also did a story on, Jesus Christ. We also did a story on how big businesses and prisons are all intertwined. This prison system in America, this place is fucked up. I'm sorry. We abuse most of the world's narcotics, right?
Yep.
and we incarcerate more of our citizens than anybody on earth.
Yep.
Well, I mean, this is supposed to, I mean, think of the mantra, you know, the land of the brave and home of the free and all this other kind of shit that they spew out there and regurgitate to the masses, if anyone is still listening to that dreamland bullshit.
No, they are.
But I mean, just think about that. You're going to get put through the system and tagged one way or another, and if you happen to come out, you're going to get doped the fuck up. I mean, I was watching a commercial about yet another pharmaceutical product for something. I don't know what it was. And it was, once again, 20 minutes about the benefits of the thing and 60 seconds, I mean, 20 seconds about the benefit and then another 60 seconds about how your blood will run out of your fucking tear ducts and all sorts of terrible shit will happen to you if you take this crap.
And the thing about that is that you have to believe that this type of marketing works. Because why would they keep doing it if we've been waiting for reality TV to be over about, what, 15 years now? I thought the shit was going to last about 3 years. I'm like, this is too stupid for people to watch. Wrong. Wrong answer.
Let me go ahead. Because
So I'm like, the reality TV, and oh my God, I watched more TV over this holiday than I have in years, mainly because I was at my girlfriend's place, and she actually has her cable on. My cable's only on for when football season is on. When it's not, my TV's off. I call them, suspend my shit, because I'm not watching this crap.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it was like, I think I saw at least 5 new reality shows that is going to be airing this month. New. And by the way, apparently the trend now, as we spoke a little bit, is the redneck hillbilly. Every one of these shows was some white, dirty fucking group of people. That's doing whatever dirty hillbillies do in the fucking woods.
Well, from what you showed me about those Duck Dynasty dudes,
Well, yeah.
was it one of those fake? You know, I'm gonna date the shit out of myself. Was it those Hollywood dirty hillbillies? You know, with the perfectly cut holes in their shit, like Bigfoot and Wild Boy. Remember,
geez.
Wild Boy was the cleanest, dirtiest wild motherfucker you've ever seen. You know, but yeah.
So as I'm saying, so I'm like, you know,
people are stupid enough.
Incredibly stupid.
And to show you how stupid we are, okay, I watched a commercial, some car commercial where the car, you know, jumps fantastically onto the top of a train and it jumps off. And I'm looking at the disclaimer. It says, this is fantasy. Cars cannot jump on top of train. The car did something else. This is not reality. Cars cannot do this.
This is fictionalized.
This is fictionalized. You know, and then when it was actual just a realistic thing, like, you know, that a car could do, professional driver, private
closed course,
closed course. They have to do this because they want to protect themselves from the asshole that actually tries to jump on top of a fucking train, kills themselves, and their next of kin goes to sue.
Right, but that's the thing though. It's yeah, people are incredibly stupid, but if you punish or teach, however you want to term it, they'll eventually learn. But they won't learn while they're being rewarded by the justice system allowing some scum-filled lawyer to come in there and fucking
exploit the system.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So that's really the problem. But just going back to
the whole prison shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to, again, let's say, you know, oh, you two black motherfuckers, you just, you know, grandstanding and you know, sensationalizing this whole shit about the prison system. Blah, blah, blah. Well, think of this, because the whole shit about we incarcerate more people, more of our citizens than any other place, that's a fact. You can go look that shit up.
That has nothing to do. Don't shoot the messenger.
So if we're bullshitting about the prison system being big business, then what's the alternative? Because if that's a fact, then, you know, perhaps all this democracy that we're trying to spread to all these other fucking countries, you know, why are we doing that? Because apparently, if you look at this society, socially, democracy doesn't work. If we're just wild motherfuckers who are who need to be imprisoned,
who need to be incarcerated,
you know, before we barely get any hair on our chest, you know, it has to happen because we're just. Are we too free?
Yeah,
are the freedoms that we're blowing fucking countries up to give them? If they're that free, then they're just going to come and fuck us up. So what are we doing? But I'll go a step further because I saw this.
How many steps further?
about 2.5, 3 steps further.
Right.
So this cat, I saw this article about federal prisons. You know, they were questioning whether federal prisons are still, you know, club fed, as they used to call them back in the day. They have they said that, you know, by and large they're not that easy anymore. However, if I can find it real quickly, they were talking about Martha Stewart.
Oh yeah.
That bitch was in a fucking jail where she was teaching yoga classes,
chilling, and came out and made more money.
Oh, of course. But she went to jail for the right reasons.
Oh yeah.
To save her millions. But anyway, the main person being interviewed for this article is Bernie Kerik. Who is Bernie Kerik? Bernie Kerik is the former New York City police commissioner, former overseer of Rikers Island, which is the main prison we have in New York City, former consultant for the U.S. security in Iraq, and former and also heads of Department for Homeland Security.
He's a lot of former. He wasn't a former heavyweight champion or something like that. He was former everything.
So this motherfucker went to jail. By 2007, the former top cop was facing 16-count indictments, among other things, lying to the IRS and to the White House. He was also accused of accepting renovations to his home from contractors who wanted to work in New York City. He ended up pleading guilty to 8 of these charges, including tax fraud and a plea bargain, and sentenced to 4 years in federal prison. Okay. Remember, this dude was the head of Rikers, the New York City. New York City is, by and large considered the biggest and, best the police department in the country. Okay. This cat, upon this interview, said, let me scroll down.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Kirk also points out some of the system's punishments as too severe. He says to stand in a room and talk to a guy that had a first-time offense, 1 kilo of cocaine, no evidence, and was given 27 years. Are you kidding? I didn't know this type of stuff happened. I didn't know this type of stuff happened. This dude was, like I said, the top cop in the biggest city in this fucking country, and he didn't know this type of stuff happened. Like, how could that be, he says. Then he says, I've come to realize being sentenced in the U.S. criminal justice system for anything is a life sentence.
That's right.
It's not about the time they give you. You receive a punishment of imprisonment and then a lifelong sentence of collateral punishment.
Yeah, unless you are like Martha Stewart, or I recently saw the Wolf of Wall Street, fantastic movie by the way. Somebody that maybe stacked millions or something like that. So when you do your time, you come out and you have you can still maintain a certain quality of life. Everyone else is fucking stigmatized. They're finished. Done. Finished. Literally.
You can't get a job if you fucking if your fucking credit rating is not to a certain level.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. And I'm supposed to be able to get a job and work for some bullshit offense, some trumped up charges, some mistake, some whatever, something that doesn't prove that I'm a detriment or a threat to society in the least bit. Yeah, but my life is fucking. Yeah. If it's not over, it has quadruply become harder.
Yeah, and unless you're in media in such a way, like you're a celebrity or you're an athlete or something like that, and even with athletes, because of this whole image crap with all of them sponsors and stuff there, even that, because that used to be a saving grace for guys, oh, I got a criminal record, yeah, literally, I got a criminal record, but I can still play some ball or something like that. Even that, because of this fake political correct image and all this other kind of shit, it's becoming more difficult. But yeah, it'll follow you for the rest of your days, and whether you can prove to be an asset or a commodity to a corporation is irrelevant. It totally. I mean, you could be a model, like he said, you could be a model citizen, but because let's say you had a bad business venture of your own, your own business, and it just went under, so your credit dropped. Okay, you didn't harm anybody but yourself. You invested in some shit and it didn't work. You can't get a job because they're gonna go, oh well, you got bad credit. I mean, literally, what the fuck does that have to do with your ability to perform your duties at a job?
Apparently, that means you're gonna be more tempted to steal, I suppose.
I mean, sincerely, when people, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that, I hope there's a lot of people checking this out and probably think that, we're just two stupid black motherfuckers just talking shit. We're just loud black dudes complaining, whatever. But when you really start to connect all of this stuff, the whole thing about the prison systems, this dude not, being aware of a certain situation that he presided over, okay, wasn't even aware of it, and coming to the realization only after he was incarcerated that, wait a second, this is not the place to get in any kind of trouble. You realize that this place, it's really like a fake glass house. You know, it's amazing to me that people can't put one thing and connect it other. And I'm not talking about some grand conspiracy theory or anything. I'm just saying, just open your fucking eyes. Facts. The most incarcerations out of any, you know, civilized nation. The most drug addicts, most, you know, I mean, what the fuck? These are not facts these are not statistics we're making up. You know, this is the way it is. You know, so, and then like you said, there's stuff following you, like having a, you know, a dirty mackerel around your neck for the remainder of your days. It just makes you want to just say, you know what, maybe there's someplace better, you know, but you don't want to cop out because this is where you were born. At least, you know, this is my home. But it really just makes me think that, you know, maybe the grass might be greener.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The key words here is summer home. This could be a summer or winter home.
Yeah, literally.
And everything else is, you know, what's up. Anyway, gotta take a break. Back in 2.